So on to our final topic for the night. We have our hot take on breakout player for the AFC West. Um, so this how this segment is going to work out. We're going to talk about team each team in that conference. I mean in that division. So we'll start off with the Broncos. We will say who we think is going to be the breakout player for that respective team and continue until we are done with that division. So first we have the Broncos, and I'll go ahead and start it off. So my breakout player for this year for the Denver Broncos in the 2021 season will be Drew Lock. I know a lot of Broncos fans. Brandon, I'm sure you probably are cursing me out right now, telling me I don't know nothing. Whatever the case is, do your worst. But I believe in Drew Lock. I do like the Broncos. I've always liked the Broncos since TD. But regardless, I think Drew Lock is a promising young quarterback. Obviously, he didn't have last year was pretty much his full year, his first. Well, even though he had COVID for a game, but this is last year was his first year to really be a starting quarterback. I think he's going to have a step up. He's going to step his game up this year. Jerry Judy, which is a player that we've talked about on the show, that probably our best second year player that we
Was
think.
it? Did you say a period after Jerry Judy? I'm just trying to get all this. I'm writing all this down. I just want to make sure I get all this in.
Yeah, it was a period. It was
Oh,
a period.
okay. Period. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, Jerry Judy's gonna step up. Obviously, you getting Cortland Sutton back. You got Noah Fant. That
Hey, we don't need the
receiver.
roster breakdown. You
Regardless,
made it
regardless.
clear. You said
So
Drew Lock was the
Drew Lock
guy.
is going to be the
Hot
breakout
take.
player for the Denver Broncos. I would go with the
Woo.
obvious ones, but I'm going with my boy Drew Lock. I have faith in him. I know he's
Mm.
going to step his game up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the rock to that team this year. He's going to show.
Mm.
He's going to show the Broncos. Not Teddy Bridgewater is not the
Mm-hmm.
answer. I'm the answer. Referring to
Mm.
Drew Lock. All right,
Okay.
so that's my breakout player for the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I like that. That was something. that
That was a
that
hot
was
take,
something.
right? Woo.
Whew, yeah,
I was
scorching
sweating over
hot.
here.
Scorching hot. Yeah.
You turn on the fan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was something. But it was wrong. Let's
Hmm,
just be clear. That was horrible
hmm,
take.
hmm,
You can have a hot take and make sense. So
hmm.
why not be like me, a thinker? You know.
You gotta go
So
with the obvious.
no.
All
What's
right,
what's
go
the
ahead.
obvious?
All right, go
But
ahead.
I guess you're right. Maybe it's the obvious, but Javonte Williams, of course, he is going to be the breakout player for the Denver Broncos. One, I mean, running back is obviously probably the easiest transition position from college to the NFL. So it's not a bad bet to go with the running back, right? That's pretty safe bet, I guess you would say, right? That's pretty safe take. But just the fact of you have all those receivers you named, you have the tight end you named, and what is a struggling quarterback's best friend, because that's what Drew Lock is, a struggling quarterback, not
Hmm,
a breakout candidate. But anyways,
hmm,
is a good run game. So I feel like they are going to protect Drew Lock by feeding Javonte Williams to help make Drew Lock look or appear better than what he actually is. But Javonte Williams is going to be the reason the Broncos have success on offense.
Now, Spence, before you go,
Sure.
I feel a little anger coming out of you with you said Javante Williams. Are you still mad about the Broncos selecting him before y'all did?
Oh, before the Dolphins, yeah, that was fuck them. But that's that's neither here nor there. I just know what he can do.
All
Um,
right. Respect.
I would have took him in Pittsburgh if Naj for whatever reason Najee would not have been there. So
I
it's just
got
one of those things. So
you.
that's how highly I think of Javonte Williams. So yeah, I mean, and for all the reasons I just named, You're going to help protect the struggling quarterback named Drew Lock by running the ball and make him look good. He'll catch passes out the backfield, like short passes to make his stats look better. He's going to help build. So maybe it might be a combination of both, Vic, because my guy might help make your guy look a little bit better, but people are going to know that my guy's the star when it's all said and done. But go ahead, Spitz.
Well, my breakout is actually on the offensive side, but it's not the insane take of Drew Lock because I don't know what you're talking about, Vic. But
thank you.
Okay.
But there's going to be a wide receiver that's going to help his cause, and that's going to be Jared Jeudy. Jared Jeudy is going to be probably in a slot position, maybe because Courtland Sutton's back, maybe, but we'll see. But he's going to make short yards into big gains. He's going to get easy dunks and just work it, cut up field. His route running is getting better. He just had to work on his hands, but heck, with Drew Lock throwing the ball, it's going to be a little bit hard. But I feel like he's going to make this work. Everybody can just go into one big happy family because maybe Trey's guy and my guy could help your guy. And maybe it will help the Broncos. But I believe my breakout is going to be Jared Jeudy.
Okay, I mean, that's an obvious take, but, we'll take it. It works. That's your take.
I mean, at least mine makes sense.
I mean,
I agree. I agree because nobody knows what the hell you're talking about with Drew Lock.
My guy is gonna make all of y'all look good. So, regardless, anyways, on to the next team. We're gonna talk about the Las Vegas Raiders.
I almost called them the Oakland Raiders. I'll be forgetting still.
Yeah, I almost said it too. So with that being said, Spence, I started off first. You go ahead and start this one off. Who do you think is going to be the breakout player for the Las Vegas Raiders?
Devontae Adams. No. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Mr. Ruggs. Mr. Ruggs is probably going to step it up around this time period, especially now hearing rumors that maybe Devontae Adams is going to be here. And maybe he's like, you know what? I need to step it up. I need to, the speed is there. It's just that, you just got to just haul him in. Nelson Aguilar is getting older. So, it's that time. It's that time. You have to, because if this goes down, you're going to probably be in the back burner. So go ahead. This is your moment.
Okay. All right. Trey?
Well, this one, I guess it's going to be quite – well, actually, it's not quite obvious because he had a down year going to a bad team in Baltimore last year.
Oh, man, here he goes.
But he's going to have a bounce back year now that he's in Las Vegas, and that is the former Ravens defensive end, Yannick Ngakoue. Wow. He is going to make a big impact that the Raiders haven't had on their defense since they got rid of Khalil Mack.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
I'm convinced he's looking at my notes. I don't know what else to say about this. Obviously, I agree. Unique is going to be the breakout player for the Las Vegas Raiders.
But you got to say it how I said it. He went to a bad team in Baltimore and had a down year.
No. He had a lot of production. He was, we called him a lot, almost, because he almost got the sack.
Oh, we counted those. There's a lot of players that would be Hall of Famers. Well, I don't care about. We don't care about almost sacks, baby. But we need the actual sacks. And in Jacksonville, he was getting actual sacks. So what's going on, Baltimore?
Minnesota, he wasn't doing anything. So I mean, you can't just say.
But he wasn't there a whole season. He was there. He was with y'all pretty much majority of the season.
I mean, half the season to say, not a majority.
All right, let's
But
continue
regardless,
on.
I mean,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
So
You agree
we
with me.
both
You did
are
the
in
right
agreement.
thing.
No.
I
You're in
went
agreement with
first, so
me.
you agree with me.
By order, okay? So this time you're gonna go first. We are going with the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost said Las Vegas. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Can I say Herbert? Because that would be too easy, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's the obvious. That's kind of like
That's
what
obvious.
Spence did. He did the first two.
I mean, but I just think he's gonna really tear things up even more than he did last year. But let me see. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's not be too obvious with Herbeezy, as I nicknamed him last year. And it's kind of stuck a lot. I see a lot of people running with that. So just no copyright infringement. I came up with that name for the record. But this one's not an obvious one, but I think it'll be a big one if health provides. But it's a hot take, so I can't say if health. I'm just gonna go out on the limb and say it. I think a returning to their lineup, Derwin James, is going to be the key factor in the Chargers season. That is going to be a huge impact getting him back if he can stay healthy. But again, we're going to take the ifs out because it's a hot take. So I'm just saying it plain and simple. Derwin James back in that secondary, impact player. And you rolling your eyes, shake your head because you must have been looking at my notes again.
Well, apparently Trey has a fly on the wall somewhere around here. I gotta find his dang fly because that's my pick again. Derwin James. So no need to say anymore. Spence, go ahead. What's your take?
My take on Breakout is going to be Asante Samuel Jr. I feel like a lot of teams have slept on him. They let him blast pride. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure that this is the reason why you should have picked me.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Not mad at that one. Mad at that one.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. All right. So last but not least, we have the loser of the Super Bowl against
just
Tampa
want
Bay
to throw
Buccaneers.
that out there, huh?
He just want to rub it in, huh?
You got the Kansas City Chiefs. So
maybe you should go first again. So
yeah,
so
back to
maybe
the
I
top.
can copy you.
You're probably not gonna copy me. Back to the top for Casey this year. The breakout player that I have for them is going to be cornerback L'Jarius Sneed.
Okay.
That was one of the draft picks last year. I feel like he's gonna have a bounce back year. Bashad Breeland left. I believe he went to Minnesota. And they have that other corner. I don't remember his name, but he's their best corner right now at the moment. So we'll see how he does. But L'Jarius Sneed, I have him as my breakout player for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. So I'm gonna go real quick. And once again, another player that you know very well. He was their first round pick this year, technically, because they traded it to y'all, which I didn't agree with, but I agree with the player. And that is one Orlando Brown Jr. And clearly, we've seen what happened in the Super Bowl because of a lack of O-line. So this is definitely self-explanatory why he is going to be the impact player for the Chiefs.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say about it. Spence.
Mine's is going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He had a very beginning good season of running back starting out. Now his second year, he got things in motion. Now he's going to get more comfortable. So I believe this is going to be a very big year, especially now with like you said, all additions to the line thanks to the Super Bowl. So I think this is going to change a lot. better for him.
Yep, I completely agree. He's gonna have a really good year based off of the retooling of the offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs. So should be a great year. If he doesn't have that, then yeah, it's probably just raising some eyebrows within KC.
All right. Well, those are our hot takes. This was the show. You heard what we had to say. You can agree or you can disagree. But at the end of the day, all takes are valid. All right, boys.